Hi, this is Gayle with BERNINA of Naperville, and I bet those of you who have the BERNINA embroidery software have noticed that you might have received an update to your software. Well, that's because we now have two functions. One function is that it gives us the ability to see the small clamp hoop, that 6.5-inch square clamp hoop that came out this summer. And the other one is that our design transfer screens are a little bit different. So it's been a while since we talked about design transfer, so I thought I would take you through a little tutorial to help you navigate just, that this looks a little bit different right now. And it's pretty exciting because it gives us the ability, and you've been curious, you've been asking, you've been like, what is going on? This update now gives us the ability to transfer our designs direct to our BERNINA 790 Pros. You know, the new machine that came out this summer? Yep, with that Wi-Fi capability. Because, there was also some confusion because there's the Stitch Out app, which is actually like the baby monitor that monitors the stitching, but it's our Wi-Fi capability in the software that allows us to transfer the designs. And then, of course, because of these updates, how we might send a design to a USB is a little bit different. It's easy, it's just a little bit different. And then also we can still talk to our old Artista 100 and whatever somethings, certainly our Artista 730 and 200 machines, and the older decos like the Deco 340 machine, the one with the USB capabilities, and then of course our lovely 4 through 7 series and our 8 series machines. So let's go down here on the old computer and see how it goes. Now when you see this new way that you're going to transfer data by clicking your little sewing machine icon here, you're also going to notice that maybe at first you don't have anything selected here in your device selection. So when I have like my 790 Pro, for instance, it just shows up right here on my machine. That's because I've configured the Wi-Fi settings, I've added it to my network, I have my computer on the same network, and boom, it sees it. So let's watch a short little video from BERNINA on how you're going to do this at home. So you're going to turn on your Wi-Fi device on your 790 Pro. You're going to turn that top switch to green. Then you're going to make sure that you find the same wireless network on your 790 Pro as you would on your computer. So configure your computer to be on the same network as your machine, and it should read it. Now keep in mind, once your sewing machine finds your network, you're probably going to have to make sure that you know the password to enter that in. So then you're going to just pick your 790 Pro from the drop-down menu. Selecting the ADX program, or Artista Data Exchange, I think that's what it stands for, will give you the ability to swap information with the hard drive of your 790 Pro embroidery. If you have a USB stick in the machine, you can put it on the USB stick. And then once you've made your selection of where you want to put it, then you can just simply pick the folder and click the Send to Machine icon, and this opens a dialog box that then puts it onto the hard drive of your 790 Pro. Another way to transfer the design is to put the design into your machine's temporary memory. Now, all this is going to do, it's like stitching a design from a USB stick where you don't save it on your machine. It just goes into temporary memory while you stitch it out. But if you are looking for it permanently after it stitches out or whatever, it's not going to be there. But remember, it's still going to be on your computer if you saved your work. All right, so let's say that you don't have a BERNINA 790 Pro. You want to just put this on a USB stick like you always have. Well, sometimes when you get the software, the EXP thing right here is going to be grayed out. And that's because you'll have to go over to your settings and you'll have to add that option. And so for me, I wanted to add a EXP stick. You can name it if you want. And then it will remember that USB stick and give you that as an option when you put it into your machine. There's also some other options. So for instance, we have the BERNINA Artista line that takes the serial pin transfer. There's Microsoft ActiveSync if you have a 200. There's the direct USB cable connection to a computer. There's our EXP that we're used to using all the time. Don't forget that the Bernina Artista 730 and the Artista 200 machines can send art files right on those machines. So that's what you would select when you put the USB stick in for those machines. And then we also have the EXP for Deco, and that's the older Deco that creates that, I think it's like F05 folder. So those are some other options that you have there. But our most popular ones are going to be the EXP file for most of our Berninas, and then of course that Wi-Fi connection for our new Bernina 790 Pro. So when you put in your USB stick, you're going to have to make sure if you have multiple options here that you click from the drop-down menu and choose what you want to transfer to. So if I have Gayle's USB stick, that's what I'm going to transfer to. And then it successfully copies it to the stick. Now, one thing that I want to be mindful of is no matter what I pick, Gayle's USB stick or one that's not named, it's not going to see each USB stick as a different entity. It's just, this is what you're going to name using a USB stick. Like I can use an older USB stick that I have. I can use a Bernina branded one. I can use my Bernina of Naperville one. But nonetheless, I don't necessarily need to have two options here. Okay, so no matter if I pick this or if I pick this, it goes to the same stick as long as, like it's plugged into the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that you can take a stick like this and delete it if you, don't want all of these options in your drop-down menu. So let's take a moment to talk about the Bernina embroidery software Wi-Fi device. Now this Wi-Fi device is an external USB connected device that sends designs from your computer to your sewing machine through this little hub. You can send from multiple different computers, but they have to go through one hub, and the computers and the hub have to all be connected to the same network. Now that might not be the first thing that you want to do. You might simply want to just exchange data with this Wi-Fi device. The first thing you want to do is register your Wi-Fi device. And the example here in this video that you're seeing is opening the Wi-Fi connectivity dialog box. Now, in this case, they already have one connected, so they're going to just delete it and add it again. And this is maybe something that you're going to want to do if you join another network or whatever, but you should always do a factory reset on this piece. If you do that, it just keeps things nice and clean. But once you get that, factory fresh and everything, you're going to have to add it again. And so adding it again, you're opening up that Wi-Fi device management software. You're going to add a new device, and you're going to get this box. And it literally does take 2 minutes. You plug your Wi-Fi device into your computer, and you wait the 2 minutes, and then next will be highlighted, and you'll get a box where you have to answer a few questions. You have to find your network. You have to type in the password, and the network that your Wi-Fi device is on also has to be the network that your host computer is on, which is the one running this Wi-Fi device software. And then you're good to go. So it might take a little bit to get this down, and we're always here for you to help you if you have any troubles with this, but it's pretty easy. I've done it a gajillion times. They do recommend that you use multiple hubs if you have multiple machines. So you can see here that my device is on, and I do this all the time. I always close the box and forget to close it, but that box needs to be open. And if you close your little Wi-Fi connectivity app, then when you try to click on the Wi-Fi device, nothing's going to happen, and it's going to say, hey, there's nothing here. So you simply just have to go to that little W shortcut that's down there on my taskbar, and you're going to double click that, and then that will open the Wi-Fi connection software again. And then it takes a little bit for it to read that the Wi-Fi device is connected. But then once everything is connected, like it's turned green, then you can go back up, select the Wi-Fi device, and then it will put the design on your Wi-Fi device and you can stitch it out. And that's a pretty convenient way if you don't have the built-in Wi-Fi access on your sewing machine. Well, I hope that you found this tutorial informative, and you know what? Guess what? Bonaparte is really eager to see what we're stitching his face on. All right, well, until next time, I hope you come back and see us. It's pretty easy. It's youtube.com/BERNINA of Naperville. And when you get there, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy embroidery.